There's been a lot of finals this European Championships, in fact, in the team events that have been Italy, France. Time for the team huddle. Caroline Querley just asking who's going first. Well, there we go.
Well, my Italian's not great, but it was like, who do you think you are? I think the Italians were saying.
Well, time for the pleasantries to end and the hostilities to begin.
Absolutely.
Good line.
Interesting, the French coming out and high-fiving both the referees as the Italians were staying on the piste, focused on themselves. Now the French in their huddle. Oh, they're getting ready.
Can they do this without Manon Brunet?
Yeah, big loss for the French team. Manon Brunet, reconstructive surgery on her shoulder, not attending these championships. I'm not sure she's going to make the Worlds either.
Oh no, she's not making the Worlds. She's not at in Cairo. That is it for the season. And it's a tactical decision to get the shoulder fixed now before the Olympic qualification starts.
Yeah, ahead of qualification for their home games. Their home Olympic Games, the biggest of the fencing tournaments in the quadrennial.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. And the two star names will start things off. Sarah Balza against Rossella Gregorio. Both medalists in the individual competition will get things underway, which means that Gregorio, because they're on the left of the score sheet, Gregorio is not anchoring. Michaela Battiston is down as the anchor, so Balza is anchoring. Balza will go 1, 5, and 9. Rossella Gregorio goes 1, 4, and 8. And that's a tactical decision by the Italian coach. So if you're new to fencing, then the sabre is a cutting weapon. You can score with the length of the blade as well as the point. The whole of the torso, the upper torso, is the target area. You can see that silver lame vest, including the mask. And it's a weapon of convention, so it has a right of way. So the referee has to decide who the attacking fencer is. And if you're being attacked, you've got two choices, or three choices. You can either get hit, which is not a great one. You can either make miss, so by backing away, running away from your opponent, or you can parry block your opponent's blade. A parry is effectively a block, and that then gives you the right of way, to attack. There is a fourth option, and that is to kind of steal a point from your opponent and hit out of time. So it's not your attack, it's a counter, but you've got to make sure that only one light goes on the box if you counter. If it's not your right of way, you can nick a point.
Yeah, very dangerous tactic though, the counter in sabre. You've got to be sure of what you're doing.
Well, if you're watching the bronze medal match, Olga Karlan pulled out a couple of absolutely blinding stop cuts against Lisa Pushtai in the anchor leg, inviting her opponent on and then getting out of the way.
Yeah, provoking the attack, and it's so good to see Olga Karlan at these championships. Difficult individual competition for her. Slightly controversial, I have to say, as well, going out in the quarterfinals.
In the individual competition, and the Ukrainian team were knocked out in the semi-finals by the French, and it was close. I think 45-43, and it was Balza versus Karlan in that final leg. So coming on for France now, it's Sarah Nuccia, and for Italy, Michaela Battiston.
Referee struggling with the scoring apparatus. That's been a feature of this competition. So no captions at the moment, I'm afraid.
No captions, no score. The score is... What is the score? 5-3.
5-3, I think
Yeah.
it is, yeah. Oh, 5-2.
5-2, yeah, 5-2. Now it's 6-2. So the score's back up. And hopefully we've got rid of the gremlins.
Sara Nucha, phenomenon in the making, I think. She is absolutely supreme on her feet. So balanced as well.
Yeah, 22 years old, ranked 20th in the world, Nucha. She is the future for the French Sabre team. Got a 5th in a World Cup in Hammamet in Tunisia this year. Her PB was a bronze in World Cup back in 2018.
Great parry there from Battiston.
Grew up in Strasbourg, now moved to Paris, to INSEP. Nucha.
Oh, what a beauty. So up and down the piste, a real battle here, but the final action there, look at that, cutting across the body. And that's what it means to the French coach.
Well, her opponent, Michaela Battiston, is 24 years old, world rank 69. Lives in Foggia.
There's World Championships back in Foggia, I think, a few years back. Or maybe even the European Championships.
And the French, well, they've started as they mean to continue. Absolute dominance in legs 1 and 2.
Yeah, so it's all about the 3/3 of the match here. So you want to get through the first 3 legs and you want the lead. If you haven't got it, then the middle third is all about regaining some kind of momentum, trying to get back into the match. And then the final 3, 7, 8 and 9 are the big ones.
So here we go, we're going to start the 3rd match, and it is Martina Criscio of Italy, 28 years old, world ranked 23, and she's up against Caroline Quereli, who's 24 and has now moved into the top 10 in the world, 6th on the world ranking.
Yeah, Quereli being carried on to the piece at the World Championships in Budapest, having injured herself in the quarterfinals. And the team went, as soon as they won it, they went off and picked her up. She's a big member of this team, and she's doing a big job here.
Well, it was funny when Brunet was part of the team, and Quereli came in for Balza, and then Balza knocked her out, and we had Celia Berder was very much part of the team,
Lombach
and Charlotte Lombach.
Yeah.
So it's Quereli and Balza were fighting for that 4th spot for many, many years, and now we're here, and they're 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I think that Manon Brunet is coming back for sure. I believe Berder is not here because she's decided to extend her family. Charlotte Lombach, though, hasn't retired, as far as I know. She's still, oh dear, and Quereli taking a little bit of a knock there as she goes backwards, gets the hit. I don't think Charlotte Lombach has retired yet. She's just taking an extended break after the Olympic Games, and it happens with a lot of athletes. They choose to take a break after the Olympic Games. It's a bit weird this time because it's such a short Olympic cycle.
Yeah, and at 34 years old, you need to work so much harder to get back into it. So we'll see. But one thing's for sure, the French women's sabre team are going to be competitive when it comes to Paris.
Yeah, and hello to Manon and Cecilia and Chachu as well. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Your team have made the final and they're doing really well. Oh, now that attack is parried. For sure, Crucio has picked up the blade there. Nikos Kosa calling the hits in this third fight. 2 referees alternate, they do 2 fights each. Attack no for me, parry riposte also no, but then the remise from Kerali not going through. There's the attack, it's blocked out, and it's the second, I think it's the second action from Crucio that gets the hit. Oh, what a lovely hit there. That's a beauty. A flick on the inside of the wrist.
We talked a little bit earlier about stealing a point. It's, you have to be quick to do it.
Best leg, though, for Italy.
It actually hit her on the back shoulder.
Yeah, French, although on positive indicators, they're doing very well. A wink there from Caroline Cowley, and Zara Nucha back up for leg number 4, looking like she means business. And this is a massive opportunity. You talked about those athletes that are out of the French team. Nucha, in particular here, I think has a massive opportunity to get a place on the French team.
Well, indeed. The reserve, Melina von Zavadi. You would think that, yeah, it's going to be a battle between those two, Nucha and von Zavadi.
It's a tough call, isn't it?
For that 4th spot. But
It is a tough
call. It's a long way off, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It still is, and they're still playing with the team, the French. Italy, though, in a completely... oh, that's nice as well. That's nice as well. Now, Gregorio thought she had that left-hand side of her body. On the left-hand side here, she looks like she's got the left-hand side covered, but look at that flick on the inside of the wrist. I mean, there's a tiny amount of target to hit there, but Nucha, superb. Ah, brilliant again from Sara Nucha. Searched on the inside a couple of times, didn't find it, and then just went out on the attack. And, well, Gregorio struggling there on the front foot, trying to change direction, but just not quick enough. And Sara Nucha again on the attack, gets another one. The French are dominating this.
Yeah, this is one-way traffic. Early start there. Referee, no card.
Right of way with Nucha now.
Well, look at this. Sara Nucha takes the score to 20-8. And another 5 points scored. And wins that one 5-1.
Yeah, Nucha on a +8 indicator after just 2 fights. That means she scored 8 more hits than have been scored against her in those 2 fights. Brilliant performance from Sara Nucha. Gregorio -7. I wonder if Zanotti, the Italian coach, is going to think about the reserve.
Hold on, what's going on here? Because Battiston was on the piece, but Martina Crucio should have been coming on.
No, she's coming on now.
Yeah, no, but Battiston was stood there. I think the Italians got it wrong. They got their order wrong.
They did.
Well, it's all going wrong for Italy.
And you forfeit the fight. If you come on in the wrong order, you do forfeit the fight.
Well, they managed to sort it out just at the last minute there, but it just goes to show that they're rattled. Disorganization in the Italian camp. And look at the score, 20-8. I mean, it could still turn around. But who's going to do it? Who's going to do it for Italy? Put a big score on the board.
Well, you'd be thinking about Gregorio really to score the big points, but 5-1 down in that fight. And in her first 5-2, she comes on in the penultimate leg again. But if it carries on going this way, the French team are going to be 10, 12, 15 points ahead by then.
Yeah.
Oh, Bowser going out on a short attack. I think it's deliberate action there, provoking something from the Italian. And then with a beautiful stop cut across the shoulder. Two lefties against each other. Always creates a little bit of mystery. Bowser on the attack again. Again, pulling out, pulling short. Second intention this is. She's going in, trying to lure Crucio into finishing. And then, boom. Hits as she's off balance. Vikram Valiav finding that decision pretty easy. Crucio is going to get that one. The attack misses from Bowser. Crucio back on the response. There's the end of the attack.
Yeah, that was a real attack, wasn't it? It wasn't a fake attack.
Exactly.
It was long. Went deep, Bowser there, into the lunge.
Bowser on the attack again on the long run, and look at what that means to her.
Well, look at the stats of that, and it's kind of like when you get a long attack, how often do you finish?
Well, they say averages are about 80% when you're on the long attack, and if you see here, you look at Crucio, she's sitting there going, oh my goodness me, why can't I parry now? And Bowser with a beauty to finish it off. What a start for the French.
Yep, another 5-1 win in the fifth leg there. Brings the scores to 25-9.
+7 for Bowser. Crucio, -5. The Italians all in the negative here.
Well, one-way traffic so far. Oh, look at that. Again, same kind of move. Provoking. That was just the end of it we saw there. Battiston tricked by Carolee there.
Yeah, a little prep from Carolee opens the door for Battiston. See, she stops on her feet. She sort of stamps her feet down. That's the end of her preparation. So Battiston getting the right of way. Oh, now I think that was parried from Carolee, but the remise, the continuation of the attack going through for Battiston. Yes, you can hear the tappy tap at the feet from the left-hand side. Watch this. So that's the end of the tappy tap, but the attack starts on the right-hand side, and that's why Carolee gets the hit. But Battiston has asked the referee to just review that. I can't see this changing.
No change. It's difficult when they go into the middle like that for the referee to spot.
Well, there's the percentage game again on the long attack. As soon as you get it, you have got a very good chance of landing it. But look how...
It was only just.
Yeah, it was really close. Kerali nearly evading it. Nearly. Not quite. Battiston with the right of way at the moment. Picks up the blade, and she's going to get that one as well.
So looking for the blade here, Battiston on the attack. So it becomes a beat attack rather than a parry riposte.
Yeah, prise de feu. Probably don't call it end saber, but beat of the blade. Now Kerali on the long attack, misses. So Battiston gets the right of way with a parry riposte.
This is a good leg from Battiston.
Very good.
Well, better than better than has been. 5 points scored. So any more points that the Italian scores is going to close the gap.
Mal parried that. Kerali 2 away now. And look at this. I think Battiston thought she had that covered, and she nearly did.
Yeah.
Just flicked through onto the arm.
Just the bend of the blade was enough to carry it through. It's a Mal parry, bad. Mal being the French for bad. That's where we get the word marmalade. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Marm is bad, malade. Marmalade.
There you go.
There you go.
Learn something new every day.
Bit of franglais for you there. Parlez-vous franglais? Of course, French, the language of fencing, and there is a reason for that. The history behind it. Of course, the Italians, well, if you go back in time, they had maestros that would tour Europe, giving lessons. That's sought after.
5-5, like you said, best leg for France.
But
Sorry, for Italy, I should say.
Battiston couldn't actually capitalise any more than that, but she stopped the rot.
Yeah, but still on the -4 indicator. The French are in a whole world of pain here.
French, no.
Sorry, the Italians. The Italians are in a whole world of pain here. Going into the last third, it's a mammoth mountain to climb here. 16 hits, the difference. And Nucha back on. I think Nucha is going to come out on the attack again. Again, Nucha starting the 7th on the attack. The aggressor here.
Well, I don't think Nicola Zanotti, the Italian coach, is going to be too happy with this performance, the way it's gone so far. They had a close match against the home team from Turkey in the first round, and after that match, Zanotti gave them the hairdryer treatment, really trying to lay down the law.
Well, you spoke to him in the hotel. They went home and sort of had a shower and cleaned off. And what did he say?
Oh, he said he didn't want a repeat of what had happened in the men's when Turkey beat Italy.
Yeah.
And yeah, he saw that coming back, so he was like, "No, this is not going to happen." Well, maybe they did. Maybe it was a mistake to go back to the hotel. I mean, we went back to the hotel, had some lunch, very relaxing.
I stayed in the hotel, to be honest with you.
It's very nice, very relaxing, but maybe too relaxing. Maybe that's what the Italians should not have done. They should have stayed here in the venue and kept their focus and kept their game heads on. Meanwhile, Criscio is doing some good work here.
Long way to go, though, for the Italians to get back into this one. Nuccia is so aggressive. I really fancy her for making the team for Paris. I really do. She's so strong, so confident. Young, but if you're good enough,
then you're old enough.
Thank you for finishing that sentence. It's perfect. She's so good. Look at her. Composure off the line as well. On the long attack. Blocked out, though, by Crescio. Crescio now on the long attack. You'd fancy her to land this one.
No.
Oh, what a brilliant parry riposte.
Yes, yes.
And look at what that means.
Hit of the match so far, Karen.
Oh, I love... foil's my weapon. That's where I came from. That's what I grew up with. But I love Sabre. Amazing. My brother Gareth used to fence Sabre, and I always used to think, wow, you guys are crazy. You just run up and down and just whack each other, and the referee just picks a name out of the hat and decides who the hit is. But that was a beautiful parry riposte.
Very, very clear, even to the uninitiated.
Not a 4-hit run, though, for the Italians. Nuccia finishes on a +5.
So in the penultimate leg, Kerali against the reserve, Passaro. Passaro has come on for Gregorio. Wow. That's a bold move.
Well, why not? They're so far behind. Crescio finishing on -6 for those in the knowledge. Indicators a basic measure of how you've done through the match. If it's 0, then you've sort of held your own. If it's positive, you've done your leg, you've done your job. If it's negative, you've shipped a load of hits. Oh, that one's gone through for Luis Passaro.
Well, Passaro, 24 years old, ranked 58. She's on the up. And maybe Coach Zanotti is just giving Gregorio a little bit of a warning here. So.
I think you may be right. Blooding the youngster on the podium. Attack from the left is no. It's the arm is back, according to Miklos Kosa, the referee. Don't see it early enough there to see the arm hesitating before it goes out, and that's why it's given to Kerali. Oh, this is a mammoth effort from the French. Huge.
Absolute total dominance from the team from France, even without Manon Brunet, the world #1, who's out after some shoulder reconstruction. They are bossing these European Championships. And they'll be thinking ahead now to World Championships in Cairo in about 3 weeks' time.
It's not long, is it? It's not long at all. I'm not sure if there's anyone outside Europe that can really challenge this French team either. The Americans are in a rebuild. If you look in
South
Asia, Korea have got a great team with Kim Yong. This French team are... they've got the blessing of having 8 fencers to choose from, and any of them can make the team.
So Sarah Balza on for France, and she's up against Michaela Batisson. But look at that lead, 40-21 it is now. I'm getting that first point there, but taking over the anchor leg with a 20-point lead. It's just that right. It's a cakewalk into town, isn't it?
Yeah. Bowser deep again. into the body, the left-hander.
Tap. Oh.
That's an interesting one from Kosa, but no remonstration from Battiston there. So clearly she felt that I was on her. Bowser on the attack again.
Bowser unable to finish there. So 3 more needed for the French team, and that is one of them.
This is a phenomenal performance from the French team. They've absolutely decimated Italy here.
Yeah, it just started the first fight and it has continued. I think there's only been one that they drew 5-5.
Yeah, and that was a brilliant counter riposte as well from Sarah Balzer, throwing in a short attack and picking up the counter parry.
And that is it. The French team are the European champions here in Antalya. A totally dominant display. They have destroyed the Italian team. Absolutely phenomenal. Brilliant performance for the French team. Sarah Balzer, Sarah Nucha, Caroline Kerali, and the reserve who did not fence in the final, Malina von Zavadi. What an incredible run.
The French there, absolutely dominant. +9 from Balzer. I mean, pluses all the way for Nucha got 5 up and Kerali got 4. And that is the performance they wanted. Without Manon Brunet, without their top star.
I know, incredible. Incredible that they can win without Manon Brunet-Apathy. We should call her Manon Brunet-Apathy because she is married to Bolland Apathy.
Bronze medalist in the individual men's sabre.
But there we go. Smiles all round for Team France. They have done it. And without Brunet-Apathy, Sarah Balzer has stepped up to the mark. So while we have a look at some of these slow motion replays, well, that was as confident as they looked, the Italians. From that point on, it just went downhill.
It really did. It was a tricky ask for Gregorio and co to get through here. But it was the attacking prowess from the French team that really carried them through. The French coach looking on and saying, well done to his athletes. Sarah Nucha, though, fabulous on the attack. Absolutely brilliant.
So while we look at these slow motion replays of this last medal to be decided, Karen, we can talk through these championships. It's been an interesting 6 days. Any highlight moments for you?
I think, you know, the Turks are doing so well here in their home nation on the turquoise coast. They've done brilliantly, and they gave us a real treat a couple of days ago, getting onto the podium. But overall, do you know what? I just want to say it's great to be back. It's so good to be back.
Sandra Bazadze, always a crowd pleaser.
Entertaining
at his worst from Bazadze. We saw the best of Bazadze in the individual competition.
Superb.
We saw the fiery Bazadze in the team
competition. Getting the first gold for Germany in women's team foil since 1993. She wasn't even born back then.
Yeah, resurgence of the German women's foil team.
Absolutely fabulous performance. And France here looking ahead to Paris 2024. And they're looking so strong as well.
Well, they brought in some more coaches. They brought coaches back into the fold. Hughes Aubry coming back into...
Gautier Grumier with the épée. Yeah, absolutely. Bang on, yeah. It's I mean, the French team are looking very strong across all 6 weapons.
And of course, you know, the Italians, they are strong as well. I mean, they're always there or thereabouts in the finals. Men's foil, exceptional.
Yeah, the conveyor belt of Italian foil is incredible. We are